Hello and welcome to Fearless DIY Music. My name is Tristan Lass, and today I want to talk about a piece of gear that I use out here in the shop every time I make a video. It's been on every video that I've released thus far, and it probably will be on every video I ever release because I never plan on replacing this particular piece of gear, which is why I want to feature it today. It's the Behringer UltraVoice UV1. It's basically an all-in-one vocal signal processor, and it's got a USB out, which is super handy because then I can just run that unit directly into my laptop out here, and I require no other external rack mount gear or even an audio interface. So it made my signal chain out here in the shop completely simple, completely utilitarian, and completely easy to use. I would have a second one of these down in the studio, in the house, but I already have like a full vocal processing suite in there. It's easy for me just to go ahead and plug a mic in as if I was recording a vocal for a track and just go ahead and use my usual setup in that space rather than getting another one of these units. However, if I had it all to do over again, I probably would have bought two of these and just used it as a completely simple bulletproof system and only having to turn on one rack mount unit. I will have to look up the price on these again. I want to say that I spent about $250 on this particular unit. I will look that up and make sure I put it right down here, the price, currently MSRP, through a place like Sweetwater or something like that. Anyway, I also want to state this right up front. Any piece of gear that I showcase on this channel is not sponsored content. I do not do sponsored content. I never plan on doing sponsored content. I bring these things up and discuss these particular units or guitars or pedals or whatever because I use them, and I've used them for some amount of time. I think that they're a good value. This is purely just my own experience with the unit. I am not being paid or sponsored in any way, shape, or form, especially not by Behringer, because I have mixed feelings about Behringer gear, but when it all comes down to it, all too often their wholly original designs just work really well, and they're affordable. So, what's so great about the UV1 UltraVoice? Well, it does have everything in one place. It has a mic preamp, it has a compressor, it has, some EQ shaping, it has a de-esser, it also has a noise gate. So in essence, and it also has an output volume as well. So you can do makeup gain on the back end. So it's got gain in the preamp, and it's got makeup gain on the back, which is super nice. The other feature that I love about this unit is that before all of the effects, in between the preamp and all of the effects that come afterwards, there is a send and return. So I currently run a Summit tube leveler in that slot, and I don't use the compression that is built into the UV1 at all. I just turn that all the way down, which basically deactivates it, and I use my Summit tube leveler as my compressor stage in the block diagram. And speaking of block diagrams, I have it right here. So basically the way that it works is you go into the preamp, then the compressor, then the de-esser, then an enhancer, then a noise gate, and then your makeup gain. And then all of it just pipes right out of the USB port into your computer. Super easy. It's totally functional. The noise gate is great. The de-esser is great. The expander I use really with just a light touch. And the only reason I don't use the built-in compressor is because I have the Summit unit. It is not in use anywhere else. And I think it adds a little bit of warmth with the tube in it that I wouldn't get otherwise, since this is a solid state / digital unit. So I just wanted to really, encourage people who are like getting started. This is a great unit if you don't have any gear currently. I'm gonna go ahead and set this down because it's probably messing with the camera. If you don't have anything, if you just are starting out with a laptop, this is a great interface for using a microphone into it with full signal processing. You could actually record an entire album, you know, mic up your guitar, mic up your voice, and use this unit. If you're podcasting, if you want to do a vlog, this is an excellent unit. So easy to use, everything in there. You don't even need to use your plugins on your computer. And that's part of the beauty of this unit, is that you are getting that real world experience of turning knobs to adjust your sound. And, you know, like I said, it's eminently affordable for the amount of, you know, utility that it has and the fact that it is an all-in-one solution. So throughout this video, I've been probably running like a schematic, you know, I've had at moments or just up front, I had, you know, a picture of the front and a picture of the back. You can do a quick screenshot of that to see if the functionality of the unit would work for you. Of course, you can go look at your favorite online retailer. I'm sure these are out in the wild now, used at quite reasonable prices. I'm sure that used, they're probably hovering 200 or a little bit below, is my guess. So anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. If you made it to this point, please hit like and subscribe. Shares are greatly appreciated, and leave something in the comments. Do you have any experience with this unit? Do you have, you know, maybe some strong feelings about Behringer in general? Is it junk? I don't know. I found that this unit has just been bulletproof for me, and I have no need to go beyond it. So there you have it, my take on the Behringer UV1 UltraVoice signal processor for vocals. All right, you take care, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.